Okay, I got a couple questions here. It says, do you recommend joining the Air Force for cybersecurity? So I did a video on this that did pretty good numbers. And what I would say to this is, I this is coming from somebody who is a vet. I was in the military in the Air Force for 8 years. It was one of the most transformative things I've ever done for my career, for my family, for the trajectory of my life, and a lot of things that I've become, I owe to the military. So I really can't talk shit about it. And but what I will say is this: it took a lot out of me. It took a lot out of my body, mind, and spirit to go through those 8 years. And you just go in, it's like college. You're gonna learn a bunch of stuff. You're gonna get out in 4 years, whatever. But no. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna send you to a war zone or a conflict area. That's a possibility. I mean, that's your job, to go to high conflict, high risk places and fix problems that sometimes are not even problems, to do things that you don't necessarily agree with your government on, to do things that are questionable. That's part of it. And so psychologically, it's going to take a toll on you. You have to work with people who are abusive sometimes. You got to work with people who don't like you and you don't like them. You got to work with a racist. You got to work with somebody who don't like women, somebody who don't like gay people, somebody. You got to work with people from all walks of life. All of you serve some mission from a government who doesn't necessarily care about you more than they care about the mission. I mean, so should you do it? I say, if you're going to do it, have more than one reason to go in the military. I'm being perfectly honest. I think that patriotism should have some rational thought behind it. I'm not one of these people that's going to tell every single person to go in the military. I don't believe that every person should go in the military. I just don't believe that. I don't believe in, I'm just telling you guys like my honest opinion about it. And I'm open to discussion, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but I just think that, it's an all volunteer military in the United States. And I think it should remain that way, because I don't think everyone should be in the military. It's detrimental to the military to have a bunch of people in there who don't care. I mean, I've worked with other services all over the world, and I worked with the Korean Army and Air Force. I worked with European Army and Air Force, Australians, Canadians, and not all of them are all volunteer militaries. And I can tell you the ones that are not, they got people that don't want to be there. Okay, thank you. So what I would tell you is this: if you go in for training, have more than one reason to go in. It could be, for me, it was, I needed to get away from the environment I was in. It was rough. It was really rough. God bless her. My mom did the best she could. And now that I'm her age, when all this stuff transpired, I can't even imagine how she did it with all of us. She's a badass. That's all I can say. But I had to get out of that situation. It was hard. The environment I was in was hard at the time. What else? I mean, I wanted to travel. I wanted to get out of where I was at. I wanted to travel the world, and the military made that a reality. I wanted to go to college. I had 3 different reasons. Have more than one reason than just I want to go to college. Like, it's not enough, because you're going to be put to the test. It's going to test you in ways that you can't even imagine right now. And you have to be mentally and physically tough enough to do it. And not everybody is. So that's what I would say. Do I recommend joining the Air Force for cybersecurity? Not for just one reason. If that's your only reason, don't do it. I don't think you should do it if that's your only reason. Have more than one reason, because you will be tested. If you have more than one reason, it'll give you more incentive to stay the course and get through it. Do it for your family. Do it for something bigger than yourself. Don't do one reason. It could work for you. If it's your choice. I'm just telling. This is just me telling you from the bottom of my heart, my experience and how I really feel about it. Looking back 20 years ago, it was a great decision for me, but I had more than one reason. Thanks for your insights, Bruce. That's one of the challenges that I'm experiencing as well. Yeah, that's the thing. It's really difficult to